Okay. That looks decent. Cool. Look a little funky. And white balance is way off. It's all 4K. There we go. That's fine. Okay. I'll refresh there. In like Flynn. Okay. Back to where we were. The oldie leg. Problematic as I can be. The ankle's really stiff, but I guess it's gotta be. Considering how much weight it's going to be supported. Now for the 4 hydraulics, I was going to use the yellow, but I think I'm just going to print out some blue ones, keep the whole frame blue. Okay. Now, I know like this track, so we change the music. I could go with some jazz. It's like Taxi Driver. I made a mistake. I left my glue bottle open and it glued the heck out of my drill bit, so I gotta take a moment to clean that up. Joy. Okay. Ugh, I really gummed it up. Does it work? Yeah, it's okay. Oh my god, I cut myself. Just kidding. Sorry, no drama like that here. God, that's a lot of glue. Okay. That's good enough for me. Give this guy a little more edge because we just dulled it on a metal surface. Remember to always keep your tools sharp. If you need a good knife set and gouging set, can't go wrong with this. They're cheap. They're like $5. I've gotten so much use out of it. And a good whetstone, which we're not using wet. Okay, let's do a test. Gotta make sure we're sharp. Sharp as test. We call that sharp. Now, we need to assemble the foot here. And then we need to do those turrets, because I printed these out yesterday at the end of the evening. It came out all right. These are basically what the turrets rotate on. Probably a little tight here. Not terrible. There we go. And then this sits up under here like that. And they can rotate around and pick their targets and blast the crap out of them. Twin autocannons. I know what I'm missing. I'm missing the other part of that turret, so I can't put this. Alrighty then. We got a lot of catching up to do. I try to pride myself on printing out everything that I need ahead of time, but it's always something I forget. What can I say? Now, let's see how that worked. Good. Oops. Stay. Yep. The least we could do is get the ball of the foot in there. This allows the foot to not only pivot this way, but rotate as well too. So we can get some pretty extreme movements in the model. But as you will see over and over again, my best friend here is Mr. 1.75 drill bit. Bring this guy down a little bit. I got a little glare on my face. See how that helps. That's better. Maybe just a little light. This one's a little bit tricky here because this requires some TPU in the toe for better traction, as you can see down in there. So I gotta cut it just right. Do some testing. There we go. Man, this is gonna be fun. All right. Clippers? Give me clippers. There they are. Actually, I'm gonna make it a little longer than that. Where'd it go? Ugh, daft. Okay. And you could put these on without it. It's just, I like to have the extra support of the TPU in there, giving a little more traction to the ankle. Okay, that's way too long. You can see that that's really sticking out. We need to bring that down a little bit. Let's try it. I don't want to try that guy. That guy's too small. That'll just disappear through the hole and be impossible to get it out. Be smart about this. Okay. This is the right length. Then we will do a second one. That's more like it. Just barely sticking above the surface. So we'll pull that and cut one to length like it. Go. The difficult part is getting the cross pin through this guy. We're going to clean this hole up a little more. I forgot to do my message check to see if messaging works. Let me do that really quick. And let's just drop a good evening all and see if it shows up. That's not showing up. Why is that? Okay. I think maybe I need to embed my code. Oh, wait. Okay, it just took forever to get here. That's funny. So when's it gonna come through for the YouTube? Do a quick refresh again. Okay, it did come through for the YouTube. Never mind. Okay, so the embedded code is working. It's tough. I may just take a little hammer to this. Where's my hammer? 1 second, be right back. Okay. Pressure on and there she goes. Look at that. Made it through. Sometimes it fits tight enough that it requires a little tap, tap, taparoo. I'm going to pull that through a little bit. A little more. cut it at the angle and then push it back so it's slightly underneath. Boy, that's tough. There we go, that's nice and stiff. Okay. So that's there. I'm going to take this leg off temporarily. Loosen the joint up a little bit. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. There we are. Oh, that seems a little loose to me. That's better. Okay. Now for this job, you gotta kind of form it and shape it a little bit by working it in. But you can see how that can angle itself now and then rotate accordingly. And then I like to tap it with the foot on there. There we go. That way it's nice and solid because this is not a glued part. It's actually riding on a shoulder inside the ankle. Remember, when you're pinning something, you always want to cut an angle into it. Makes it easier to get the pinning through. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow this back out gently and go back in. Snug, but not tapping tight snug. There we go. You can see it's on there now. Perfect. Cool. And now we gotta do the heel. You don't want to be a heel in life. But, okay. Oh shoot, I think I put that pin in the wrong way. I do hope it stays put. Shoot, that may be a problem. We'll give it our go. There we go, it's pushing on it. Okay. Cut our angle. And in we go. Hey, that might be all right. I think we're good. As long as it forms a nice groove in there, we'll be okay. Flush a little bit, and then move that heel out of the way and get a good flush cut. Boom. There you go. We got a functional foot now. Actually, Now, of course, you can't move it this far because the armor plates will be here, but you know, without the armor plates on, it's hyper flexible. Yeah. Nice. Okay, you can go back on your body. The best part is if you screw something up, it's 3D printed. You can always make more. We organize ourselves a bit. I had this habit of putting things back, taking them out again. So sorry, put up with me. Of course, we'll need that. We'll need that. Always need that. You can always pin these turrets now, I guess. Now for the turrets, I do have a TPU hole there, but since these are really new, they don't need it. You can always go back and put it in later if you want to stiffen them up. They ever get loose on you. Okay. One second, guys. I'll be right back. What's going on? No, I need your phone now. Actually. You better bring your phone back. There you go. When you're done, bring it back. Okay, let's check our print real quick. They're doing good. Got some good adhesion there. All right. After we're done printing out those lower hydraulics for these guys, we'll print out the final piece of the turrets here. Okay. There we go. Plenty of stiffness. As I said earlier, these go up under here like so. So if any little cretins come running around the base of the mech, he will identify them, target, and dispatch. Deca, deca, deca. I actually clear-coated one earlier. Ahead. I like that. It's grungy, but a little too grungy. Oh, let's see if we can remove some of this. Oh yeah. We can lighten it up. Sorry, I'm not doing I shouldn't be doing this right now because I mean, you know, painting is later when I'm done with the thing, but I couldn't help myself. I did a little experiment with clear coating this guy and give it a little wash. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy. Because, I mean, that looks pretty good in my opinion. Maybe some metal highlights. It'll do the job. That may actually be the head that I use. Okay. Also to it. Use some light to line up the holes as best as possible. That shot across my desk. There we go. 2 turrets ready for installation. Now we just need to do the other leg, I guess. I think I'll tune the ankle first, because man, oh man, is that a pain in the butt. Yeah, I think I did. Maybe I didn't. Don't know. We'll find out. I don't know. Do I actually do the yellow? I mean, it is easier than painting it, I suppose. But again, it's like I've got those markers. Yay or nay on the yellow? Do I just make it all blue? Because when I do the yellow, inevitably it's going to take this and make it look something like that. And this is just printed yellow. The top part's painted blue, so I guess I'd paint this area blue. I think for convenience, I'll just leave it yellow for now. Works either way. That goes there. And this guy. Nope, that doesn't go there. And that goes there. And this goes here for the hydraulics, which we have to cut the metal for so that they can actuate properly. Okay, next. Ugh, maybe I should do this and just get it out of the way. Okay. The dreaded hip joint. There we go. Okay. It's right there. Just stop it. Here comes the fun part. There we go. And I'm just going to let that set for a second while we keep it spinning. Just that. I'm going to grab ourselves a piece of this here. Get our cross pin in. So we don't go too deep. And then, God willing, boom. That's set. Cross pin it out. And trim. Looking good. Let that dry. And now, the angle. Always fun. Oh, let's see how this fits first. That's a little tight. Oh, got an email. Whoopty shit. Ooh. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is we're gonna sand this ankle down a little. So it's awfully tight. Probably because I put ironing on this. You know, if you iron it, it probably builds the surface up a little bit. Let's see here, do I have a proper sanding block? Why, yes I do. I got the ultimate sanding block here. A calibration cube. Let's see how that fits. Oh, getting better. Getting better already. Ah, I should get some nail files. That would be awesome to get in there. Or I could 3D print something that could hold that paper thin enough that it would work. Yeah. In the meantime, a couple more microns of plastic will do the job. Ah, perfect. Smooth. Let's anchor it. Screw. Stream looks okay. Such a pain figuring out all these settings, but I'm getting there. Okay. That'll loosen up over time for sure. Let's see here. I am going to do a print check. See how the print is doing, and grab a beverage. Let's see here. What delightful repast do we have this evening? Ah, yes. We have ourselves a regional beverage made local. Delicious. Cola. Ah. Cool. There we go. Fresh off the printer. So originally, I was going to use yellow. I mean, I still may when it comes to printing it because, like I said, it's the base color for a lot of the armor and stuff like that. Or I might just do it in blue. There's a kind of a rogue layer on that one. I don't like that. I might have to reprint it. No. We'll try them both. Now, what the hell happened to that layer? I hate that. Let me show you what I'm talking about, guys. I'm a bit of a stickler when it comes to printing things. I mean, that right there. That layer right there. Something about that rubs me the wrong way. That doesn't look too good either. Maybe out of clog. Well, we'll reprint it. Once the other one's done, we'll make a comparison and then we shall reprint it. Let's see which one works best. Okay. Do a quick cleanup here. Okay. Where did the paddle go? There it is. I'm gonna cut this guy so it's just barely sitting out. So let's see. That may work. Just mimic that all the way around. Let's see how that works. Okay, that's a little tall in the front, a little proud there. I think we'll have to sand that one down just to be on the safe side. Let's still too tall. Hopefully I didn't do too much there, but we'll see. Okay, that looks pretty good. And you can see that squishy TPU gives us a nice gap there, and it keeps those ratchets just slightly above the outer layer, so it should push nicely into the ratchets that are down in here. And you shall see magic happen, God willing. Okay. That's really stiff. Yeah, maybe too much. Well, one thing I've learned about 3D printed ratchet joints is that they have to buff themselves into shape a little bit sometimes. And then they loosen up over time. You have to adjust them a little bit. It's opening up. I think, yeah, I need to sand that down just a little more. Damn it. Where'd it go? Oh. Ooh, that may be why. That's really stiff in there too. An ankle. I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's the PLA because I've never had that happen. Let's try that. That front one is a little proud yet. Alright. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, now it's not long enough. And that is the way we figure this out. Let it work for a second. It's because it's not PLA Plus. PLA Plus has this tendency to be a bit smoother. This is just standard PLA. It's really creaky. Oh well. Actually, let me just double check that feel. Yeah, I'm not really getting much ratchet out of that. Once again, sand it down a little more. See how that looks. It's a little more proud than usual, but there you go. That's pretty good. A little looser than I like it. That's definitely getting there. I think we can leave it like that. Yeah, it's got some decent tension. Okay. Complete the foot. Where did that piece go? There you are. I don't believe I glued these. Excuse me. Yes, I did not glue these. They will need to be glued. Yes. Okay. Excuse me. A lot of allergens coming through the area as of late. Okay, let that guy dry for a minute. Get our hip ready. What, for a second there I had 4 people. It looked like. It's funny. People come and people go. It's the story of life. Whoa. There it goes again. Doesn't want to stay together. Excuse me. I need a swig of my beverage. Diet Cola. Worth it. Nice adjustment screw here. There we are. We should see it start to open up here as I thread it in a little deeper. Boom, boom, boom. Great. And that is how we tighten the hip. So it is never loose. All my models have that, will have that. The joints will never get loose on them. You can always adjust them. Let's bring this back here. Oh, I almost forgot. I like to polish the tip of this screw a little bit because they have a tendency to have really rough edges. They scar things up. want any metal burrs cutting grooves in our hip socket in case we leave the screw out a little too long. Almost there. There we go. Sucker step. Okay, so we'll just get it just open and then back it off a little bit, and let's see how we fit. Wait for the pop. They have to polish it a little bit. PLA polishes PLA. That's a good fit though. It's already loosening up nicely. And you see, got this nice cutout in the back of the hip so you can adjust the tension on the hip joint so that it'll maintain its pose and its resilience. It will stand forever. Feeling good. All right, let's see how it fits on the guy. There, not bad. We gotta get our knee joints in order. That's always fun. Okay. So coupler goes on the calf. Like so. Let's get this guy here. Our support needs to go. And zip and it's gone. There are our paddles. So let's tune that. And then we will bond the knee together once the paddles are tuned properly. Sometimes we get lucky and it works on the first try. Sometimes. Okay, let's see how that fits. Has it been an hour already? Good gosh. All right. That looks about right. we go. Let's see how that works. So maybe if we're lucky. That looks pretty good the way they're sitting. If we're lucky, it'll just ratchet properly, but you never know. Ooh, that's way too loose. Okay, let's try that again. Now live and learn. It's got very little tension, but we'll get it. Oh, my print is done. Let's go see how that one compares to this one. Excuse me. Be right back. Okay. Well, I'm a little disappointed. I have to reprint it. The other one came out badly too. It's got the same line in the same spot. I wonder. Doesn't appear to be here. Ugh. Something's wrong here. Something is wrong. These are out. I'm going to print it again and just see if it was a fluke. Go from there. All right. Printer's warming up. Back to what we were doing. Switch gears. That's too loose. So it looked good. It looked like it was perfect, but we need a little more TPU. So this goes to the floor for the robot to sweep up. Adios. We'll cut this just a slight bit longer this time around. Give us some good pressure. Because remember, it's got to be able to stand under its own pressure, or under its own strength, I mean. I may just try this new paddle with the extended bit and the old, just to see. Because sometimes, if one's a little longer than the other, it compensates and you get just the right blend. That is a lot longer looking though. Let's see. That's way too stiff. It's close though. Yeah, that's way too stiff. Okay. Maybe a little sando. Let's see how that works. Ah. That's much better. I think that's where we're at. That feels good. Yep. Listen to that. That's a good clack right there. It should polish up nicely. Okay. Let's get these mounted to their corresponding parts. I believe that goes there. Yes, it does. And we will need some C-clamps for this. I used to pin these guys too, but it's really not necessary. This is plenty. And the fun part of the balancing act. That excess out of there. Make sure we fit. Yep. Okay. And I'll just put this under a little bit of pressure so that it really bonds nicely. Okay. Now the other side. Gotta borrow our hit back here, guy. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Give me a second. I'm gonna do a print check. Make sure that we have good bed adhesion. That's an affirmative. There we go. Man, I am striking out tonight. And nobody watching. Oh well. Shit happens. Let's see what we're doing here. Well, that's 1 hour. I'll give myself another hour, then I'm going to bed. Sleepy time. Pretty sure I drilled this out. Can't be too careful. Excuse me. God, my eyes know what they used to be. Oops, that fell. Perfect. Keep an eye on that printer. You never know when print fails. Okay. Move some of this mess out. Try to appear somewhat organized. Look. Come on. Oof, that's stiff. Time to bring in the hammer. Slow tap. There we go. Right on through. Perfect. Good and stiff. I think what I'll do is I'll just bar ankles. Yeah, that's too loose. Redo that part. Okay. There. This guy in. Actually, did I even drill these out yet? Nope. That would have been a problem. Okay. This PLA is a lot grippier than most of it I've ever used. I wonder why that is. Ow. Heal first. And clear channel. Good. Oops. Almost stabbed my nuts. Boy, that's stiff. Time to bring back in the hammer. Works every time. There we go. Always got to put inward pressure on just to make sure it doesn't walk itself out while you're polishing inside the journal. There we go. And now the other side. Straight and square and properly supported. Always cut your angles to make sure it goes through properly. No hammer this time. Lovely. It's in there now. There's our foot looking good. And now we can address this ankle issue. May not be long enough, but we shall see. There we are. It's definitely gonna put some pressure on. No, that's actually that's perfect. Is it? Is it perfect? That's, yeah. That's got a good ratchet to it. Hop, 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 hop. Good. Feels a little loose in the back end. I think that'll do. That'll do just fine. Now hopefully these joints have enough time to cure. Oops. Put the knees together. Test run. Looks good. I like to pull them apart just a little bit so you can see when the screw bites in properly and pulls everything together. Oh, there we go. And then just back off a little bit and let fly. That is one Caractacus leg. Right. Well, let's see if he stands. First time standing. 0304. Yep. He stands. Maybe tighten the up a little bit. It works. Okay. We are getting there. Checker. Looking good. All's quiet on the Western Front. Okay. We do not need these clamps anymore. Evening. Our knees have come together. Soon enough, I'll be able to take that guy's armor and populate it on this guy. I need to make the hydraulics tomorrow. I'll print those out during the daytime and they're ready for tomorrow's evening show. Let's see. I suppose we could put this coupler on. Come on. Oops, that's too dark. Let's get some different music. There we go. Surfer Lounge. And we're almost through. There we go. Open it up nicely. This may be long enough. No, it's not. There we go. Come on, guy. Oh well. Sometimes you gotta go back with the boss drill. Realign it. Let go. Almost brought the hammer out again. Okay. Oh, that's right, both at the top and the bottom. Okay, okay. Let's pin this one too. It's not going to come out. Is it? Oof, that's tough. Scratch it. Okay, there we go. Smart. Oops. There we go. I'll align it with the drill bit first, just to be on the safe side. Oh, we were aligned, okay. There we go. That means that hip is in there solidly. That looks pretty decent. Boy, that just shot off. Better. I think I want a smaller screwdriver. Yeah. There we go. And those hips could have some TPU we could put in there as well too to strengthen them up. Okay. I rather like the way that dirtied up face looks. It actually comes out really good. Not bad for an FDM. Okay. Well, I think that should conclude our broadcast day. It's been about an hour and 40. Haven't gotten much response online, so I think I'm just going to call it a night. If anybody's out there watching, thank you for stopping by. If not, I'll be back tomorrow to work on this project some more, because I need to print out some more parts for it, and then we'll go from there. And I will say good night, all. Hopefully that will come through. Let's see if it does. It did there. And it did there. Okay, cool. So Restream is working really well. Very happy with it. I will catch you all tomorrow. We'll continue the Caractacus build to the point where we will paint him, and it will be awesome. It'll be much celebration for myself. All right. Let's see here. Good night, guys.